In this video, I'm going to reveal the secret weapon to any guitar setup. Hey guys, I'm Doctor McFarland and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe down below and click that bell so you'll get notified every time I release videos just like this. I have had so many different setups over the years, and the one thing that I've really found that has made my setup so much smoother is having the ability to have a EQ or a boost type pedal on my board. And the HX Effects has a great option to really combine both of those things. So what I'm going to do is show you how I can use the 10-band EQ on the Line 6 HX Effects. And this can be any other EQ pedal that you already have. What I'm going to show you in this example. And I'm going to attempt to use this effect to even out inconsistencies in volume and overall tone between different channels on the Blue Guitar Amp 1. So first thing we need to do is going to signal flow, and I'm actually going to have this effect in the effects loop of the Blue Guitar Amp 1. So it's not going from guitar to EQ pedal to input of the amp. It's going guitar to amp, and then from the effects loop out to the pedal, then from the pedal back to the effects loop. All right. So what I'm going to do is go to EQ, mono, and we're going to use the 10-band graphic. And why I like this variation is it gives me a lot of different frequency ranges I can mess with, as well as giving me a nice volume boost at the end. So I can really crank up this level all the way up to 15 dB of gain, which is nuts. But I think anywhere from like 3 to 6 dB, depending on the level of volume you need to compensate for, that should be plenty. All right, so this is the clean channel. And if I turn on the graphic EQ, it gives me a nice bump in volume without really overpowering everything. Okay, so I like that. That's on snapshot 1. Let's go to snapshot 4. Let's turn the 10-band graphic EQ off. Alright, so back to snapshot number 1, and it's on the clean channel, and I've actually raised the volume with the graphic EQ. So let's turn that back off. And if we really want to further shape the sound of the clean channel, let's go in and adjust some of these bands here. So we can cut some 500K, make it sound more like a Fender kind of amp. Maybe raise some 4K and some 2K. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit of 8K, brighten it up a little bit. So this is before and after. So if you really want to add some sparkle to your tone or cut some mud that your guitar has, then the 10-band EQ is a great choice for that. All right, so let's see what happens if we go back to the modern channel, and we're actually going to push and turn these small buttons up here so it creates a vertical line on the parameter. This is going to allow us to save different settings per snapshot. Okay, so I'm going to bring down the highs a little bit, maybe leave that 2K up, and let's actually bump up 250. And when I do that, I push and turn the knob, so I'm actually changing the parameter there, and push and turn on the 500 to bring that back up, and maybe bring down some 62 hertz, for instance. Okay, so we're going to save that. And let's listen to how this sounds with it off. Okay, not bad. Let's bring down the 250. All right, let's boost some 4K just for some brightness. Alright, very good. So now I have snapshot 4, which is clean. So now I have snapshot 1, which is clean. And snapshot 4. Alright, love that. Alright, let's go back into our signal flow. Let's add in a drive pedal here. Scream 808. Turn the gain down. Volume up. Save it. And here's without the Scream 808. So the 10-band EQ in the effects loop is going to help shape the overall sound. And a Scream 808, which is very mid-range heavy, in the preamp section is going to push those mids into the front end of the amp. And it will impart a mid-range type of character. So you can really use both of these pedals to shape the mid-range or the overall high end or the overall volume, depending on where they are in the chain. And I can keep going and going and going. Snapshot 2 is a classic channel. Alright, let's say we go into snapshot 2 and 10-band EQ, and let's adjust some frequencies here. Let's cut some 125 and let's cut some 250. And just remember, I do have the vertical line on these parameters, so they're storing each setting per snapshot. Let's cut some 500 and let's boost that 2K and the 4K. Alright, let's save it. So now here's my clean. Same classic channel without the graphic EQ. So maybe the high end is a little too much, but I think the low end gets cleaned up a little bit by lowering those parameters. So let's check it again. Yeah, so we're just helping to shape the low end there just a little bit more, so it's still nice and chunky, but it has some definition. And modern channel. You could probably go in and do the same thing for this one. Right, bring down the 25, the 125, the 250 just a little bit, and boost that 2K. Save it. And here we are with it on. Alright, so there you go, guys. I know there's some tone controls on the side of the amp 1, but using the 10-band EQ definitely helps you further shape the sound that you normally wouldn't get to. And you can also boost the volume or cut the volume per snapshot or preset as much or as little as you want. So if you don't have an EQ pedal on your board, I would definitely suggest getting one, because that can go a long way in shaping your sound. And if you already have the HX Effects or a Line 6 Helix or even a Headrush or a Kemper, then I know you will have a graphic EQ option in your arsenal, and all you have to do is just drop it into the signal path and start assigning it to different frequencies and volume levels. So if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell. And I do want to give you a free guide called the Top 8 Tone Tips. And all you have to do is just click the link down in the description, put in your email address, and I'll promptly get that sent over to you. So you can check that out. And these can be applied to any guitar rig that you have, whether it's analog or digital. So thanks guys for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.